A real long time.
No snorting.
Sorry, we're having too much fun here around the world. Welcome back to our show. I guess the pigs are flying low, huh? Everyone's snorting right around us anyway. I'm Arthur von Wiesmerger. Martha Bull's in the studio. We got a very special guest joining us. She's the author of a number of travel articles, books. Her latest one is coming out in Travel Scope magazine. Linda Balou. Hello, how are you?
Hello, hi Arthur. Nice to be here again.
But purple, because you got
well, I'm wearing this because of my African experience, and I wanted to share the bright colors that they have there. They dress so joyfully, you know, and I thought, well, okay.
The ultimate African safari.
Correct.
I think a lot of people think about going to Africa, going on safari, but there's a lot of options out there, aren't there?
Well, this particular one is really fabulous. It takes you to Botswana, the poster child for wildlife conservation. And Zambia, a very less traveled country with a tremendous amount of wildlife and wilderness camps, and Zimbabwe. So these are three countries that Botswana a lot of people know about, but the other two not necessarily. And this trip combines a lot of off the beaten path wilderness camps.
How long is the trip?
It's a 17-day trip.
Wow.
It involves a couple of full days of travel, about 3 internal flights are included. But this safari is cushy enough for you, Arthur, and I know you like that.
Okay, I like the thought of
cushy wilderness camp.
I love it. I think a safari guy, you got to be camping out in the wilderness, and there's angry elephants coming through.
Well, I want to say, the good news is that there are too many elephants in this region. You know, we hear all the stats about, you know, elephants being taken for ivory trade and so on. Yeah. But in these camps, there's an overpopulation of elephants. Wow. And there's an elephant around every bend. And one of the most exciting things that happened was we came around the bend to 200 elephants watering at this little river.
Wow. Is there any water left after that?
Yeah. Well, we had the other great thing about this trip is that you don't run into any other people. We had 2 Land Rovers, but we didn't see anybody else in the park, hardly at all. So that was really wonderful. But we were going through the river, and the car ahead of us stalled just a little bit, and we got stuck in the middle of the river, right next to a matriarch who had a little baby, and she like blew her stack. You know, the flapping ears, the stamping of the big girl feet, you know, the trumpeting, and there were like 12 elephants trumpeting, and I was actually scared.
I've seen people behave like that in the Neiman Marcus shoe department.
During a sale?
Especially during a sale, yeah.
So that was the only really, I would say, life-threatening experience that I was actually frightened. But we tracked lion. The park in the Okavango Delta that we stayed at is owned by the villagers, so it's a concession, so you can go off-road. So in the morning we saw the tracks in the road, and then the guides went, you know, trammeling through the bush and knocking down trees to get to these lions. And we found them. It was about a half an hour, 45-minute hunt, but then we found a pride of 5 lions taking a snooze, totally uninterested in us.
Really? Could you smell them?
I didn't really smell them, but we were about 15 feet away from them. We were very close. Yeah. They were very beautiful. They were very relaxed.
Were you in your car?
Yeah, you're not allowed to get out of your Land Rover. That's one of the rules. Okay. You can't get out of your Land Rover. If you stand up, you scare the animals. They're used to seeing the rovers, the trucks.
Right.
But when you move around in them, then they get nervous, and then that makes them uncomfortable. And then, you know, so that's one of the rules. Stay in the truck.
Right. Keep your arms inside. So you got to see lions up close in their natural environment, which was just be amazing to see.
These parks, yes, isn't he handsome?
Yeah. Beautiful. I mean, I feel like I want to hear an MGM opening.
We were so thrilled to be so close to these guys, and he was with his mate, and they had 2 daughters. And they were very, very relaxed, as I say, and they were healthy. This time of year, May, is a wonderful time of year to go here, because the temperature is like 74, and there's no mosquitoes. I took malaria pills, but I didn't see one mosquito on my entire trip.
What kind of vaccines and things?
Well, you have to get yellow fever. There are certain shots that you need to take, but You know, I didn't have
Malaria,
any. I didn't have malaria is a problem there, but you take your malaria pills.
Right.
But as I say, this time of year it's cold at night, so they can't breed. And so there were absolutely no bugs. I mean, I was thrilled.
Wow.
It was
So
perfect.
May is a good
perfect.
time.
See, you have a lot of misconceptions about
Sure.
Africa.
When you flew in, where did you fly into?
Well, that's the hardest part of the journey. It's a 20-hour flight from here.
You could have gone to St. Lucia.
Yes, I heard that part. Well, I flew to London and then to Johannesburg.
Okay, so
and then
all the
you
way down to
connect with your
Johannesburg.
party there, and then you're with them, and you're taken care of completely the moment you land at the airport. And this company caters to Americans, so they want there's a certain comfort level that they provide. The tents are luxury. I had my own little tent house. We had 4 different wilderness camps, 3 nights each, so you weren't packing and unpacking all the time. You had a leisurely time.
Right.
And they all.
When you say you had your own tent, does that
Yeah, my
you have your
own tent
bathroom
house.
too?
Tent house. The bathrooms were well appointed, like you know, you would find in any nice hotel here.
Within the tent?
Yes,
No kidding.
absolutely. I'm telling you,
Really?
you would enjoy this.
Wow.
The-
I don't think of tents and bathrooms in the same phrase.
No, well, here's how it
tent house.
goes. Here's how it goes. You have to get up at 5:30 in the morning. That's
That's
the rough
not luxury.
part. All right, that's the rough part.
You lost me right
You have
there.
to go on the game drive, so you have to get up
5:30
early.
in the
5:30 in the
morning? Do they have a
morning.
good breakfast?
You have breakfast in the Boma by the fire. They have wonderful breakfast. They have wonderful food.
Yeah.
You know,
Starbucks?
they have you know, a buffet style with all sorts of different things for dinner. But you're sitting at a very luxurious table setting because of the influence of the English colonists.
Ah, yeah.
So you have high tea at 3.
Really?
You have a sundowner every night. It's
Is that a
traditional.
cocktail?
It's
Sounds
happy
good.
hour on the savannah.
What do they
They
drink?
park your Land Rover at the best viewing spot for the sunset.
Yeah.
Pull out the drinks, pull out the snacks.
Is it like Pim's Cup type of stuff?
Really,
Gin and
it's
tonic?
pretty basic snacks.
Yeah.
But you know, it's really great fun. It's wonderful. It's a fabulous experience because these camps are in real parks that are fenceless, that are the largest preserves
How many other people
in
were on this
Africa.
trip with you?
Well, I had 14 other guests.
Yeah. All
And-
Americans, or did you have?
Yes, all Americans.
Everybody got on okay?
4 from California.
Yeah.
Actually,
We won't hold that against
myself.
them.
6 from California,
Wow,
actually.
quite a lot.
Right.
But everyone got on, and everybody. I mean, 17 days is a long time to be with a
yes,
group.
but you have plenty of time to relax. You go on your game drive, as I say. You come back, you have your lunch, and you take a snooze. You have several hours in the afternoon in your tent to relax. And I was that's Victoria Falls, which is kind of
Wow.
the finale to the
Wow.
trip. Is we stop at Victoria Falls.
Sheesh, look at that.
And that's really the only town you go to.
Right.
And that's where I got this top. That's the only shopping we did was in Victoria Falls. And of course, this fantastic. This is where I had crocodile salad at the hotel. It was wonderful. It tasted like
Chicken.
Fish.
Oh, fish.
Fish.
Oh, look at this.
Victoria Falls it's like one of the largest waterfalls.
Well, it's
in the
about
world?
50. It is the largest
It is the
water
largest.
curtain in the world, save for they now say the Iguazu Falls
Yeah.
in Brazil is
Right.
the largest. But at any rate, it's certainly spectacular.
Loud?
It's roaring. It's a raging torrent that creates its own weather. You're in a tropical forest
Right.
because the mist rises up 1,500 feet from the river.
That must be
And
amazing.
it is amazing because the air is more like California. It's more Mediterranean, the temperatures and so on.
Wow.
So
Beautiful.
it is incredible.
And did you see a rainbow like that?
Absolutely, every afternoon there's a rainbow. You go at a particular time, and it's like clockwork. The rainbow is there for you. All you have to do is get to Victoria Falls.
Terrific. Gee,
cool.
that looks so great. Oh.
So,
And
How much did this set you back? How much?
well, I went as a travel writer, but the other guests, I think it was like 5,700 for this, which was all inclusive, which is pretty.
for the 17 days.
It's a bargain.
Yeah.
It's
It
a
is.
bargain. Botswana, you can spend 10 grand easily on a safari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was Botswana
So
plus.
what is the name of this safari organization?
Well, it's Overseas Adventure Travel, and they have trips all over the world, but they really do Africa right. I mean, our host, our team leader was from Zimbabwe. He was, wonderful. he made certain everything went smoothly, and that took a lot because we went through some tricky border crossings. Zambia and Zimbabwe are a little bit, how shall I say?
Were you ever nervous?
Third world.
Ever nervous about?
Absolutely not. The only time I was nervous was when those elephants started stomping their feet and yelling at us. But no, I'm happy to. The elephant situation is a little bit of a problem. The hallmark of this company is that they give you, they take you to villages and let you see a little bit of the local culture. Mm-hmm. So 60% of the people in Zimbabwe, for instance, live in these villages. But they're not dirty. It's not ghettos. They're clean. And those kids are clean. They don't have flies in their eyes. The people are colorful. They love to dance. Those, that was a marketplace. And there were dancers at the marketplace and drumming to gather a crowd so that this man could teach them how to protect themselves from HIV. So they are literate. 90% of them are literate. And we went to a school where the little kids could practice their English on us. And one little kid, one wanted to be a pilot, one wanted to be a teacher. One little kid said, "I want to be a tourist."
Good goal. Or a travel writer.
Yeah, or a travel writer, one or the other.
Wow.
So
it looks beautiful. Well, Linda, thank you for sharing these great insights. And again, if people want to find out more about it, they can go on the web.
Absolutely. Overseas Adventure Travel, OATS. Travel is, like I say, a very large company with trips all over. I want to do their Patagonia trip.
Oh, I've heard that's amazing.
Yeah, I want to.
All right.
I do.
Well, you've whet our appetite. I'm ready to go.
And, it's on top of my bucket list.
Yeah, Africa.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
Has
I think you really would enjoy this company because the food, the comfort level, the organization, the price is right. Yeah. And they take you off a beaten path. So it's really a wonderful, wonderful trip.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Better than St. Lucia, maybe. All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about surf rodeo. Did you bring your surfboard?
No.
And your lasso? We're going to find out all about that. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.